Come on, boys and girls, grab your book. It's time for us to play a hook. I'm feeling silly today. Anyway, welcome back to Musicians Edition. We're still working in the Standard of Excellence, Book 1. So seriously, boys and girls, grab your book. All right, and today we're working in page 31. All right, so, we have a duet. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at our duet, right? So first, what is our key signature? B flat. So at this point, you know what I'm going to ask from you? Let's play the B flat scale. If you haven't memorized, please play it from memory. But if you don't, it's on page... I don't know, I should really put a bookmark in here, huh? It's on page 22, exercise 88. So why don't you go ahead and turn there so we can get going. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. All right, so back to page 31 now. La, 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 la. All right, so now we know our key signature and we've played it so we know what flats will be involved, which is B flat and E flat. Great. All right, so let's take a look at our dynamics. What do we have going on? We're going to start mezzo piano, so kind of quiet. And in measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to crescendo, so we're going to get louder. And then the next measure, so we're going to go to mezzo forte. Then we're going to decrescendo back to mezzo piano. And then we have 2 measures of mezzo piano, and then we're going to crescendo back to mezzo forte, then decrescendo back down to mezzo piano, and then towards the end, we're going to decrescendo down to piano, right? All right, what else do we have going on here? We do not have any repeats, but we do have something new. So if you look towards the end, it's the second measure towards the end, you have R-I-T dot. This is where we're going to look on the top of the book. So it's ritardendo, and it says retard with a T or R-I-T. And that's actually an Italian word for slower. So we're going to gradually slow the tempo. So anytime we refer to the R-I-T, it's ritardendo, okay? All right, so let's see. Oh, the book wants us to draw a breath mark at the end of each phrase. So, do you remember what the phrases are? It's going to be after every 4th measure. So it's going to be right after all the slurs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, run after the slurs there. So just count every 4 measure, put a breath mark in. Okay? All right, let's both play the top part right now. And, oh, I forgot one more thing. What is our tempo? Andante. And andante means slow. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So it's really hard to follow along with the ritardendo when we don't have a conductor. So this would be a time where if you're in a duet, just like how we are right now, where it's just you and me, you would watch whoever started the conducting. So it's normally whoever's on part 1 would be the person that, remember, so to even get our count-offs, if you were on stage, your part 1 person's not going to count out loud to where the audience can hear. You would have to just look over and see them go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's how they would do it. So then when it comes down to the retardendo, it'd be the same thing. You could see them slowing down, and you'd have to watch your person A, your one person. If you are that person, then you are the one in control on slowing it down. That also means for the fermata at the end, you are in charge of the cutoff. So this is just where you have to watch whoever it is you're watching, whether it's your partner or your conductor, and if it's you, then you need to be the one that's leading it. But today, I'll be the one, even when you're part 1, I'll still lead us, okay? All right, so how did you feel about that? It's kind of an interesting sound, isn't it? Japanese folk song. It does sound kind of Japanese. It's nice. It's very neat. I didn't read that, so it's kind of a surprise to me, but yeah, that was fun. All right, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job! Were you able to hold it out as long as I had it to? I did that just so we could pay attention to the retardendo, and then it was the fermata. I know that's kind of rough when you have a whole note going slower and then going straight into another whole note, but we see it. We gotta do it. All right, how'd you do on your dynamics? Did you follow the dynamics? Excellent. If you didn't, go back, play it again with the right dynamics. All right, but for now, let's move on to our part B. So we can see that some of our rhythm is not exactly the same. So for the first 4 measures, we just have half notes. And obviously, on the first part, it's not all half notes. And then we do have the same rhythm for 2 more measures. We do have the same. We just have, it's the same notes even, so that's in unison. And then it's back to the half notes, and then we're in unison, half notes, and then it's different, and we end on different notes, but different rhythms. All right, let's just give it a try, shall we? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. How'd you do? So I know a breath mark isn't marked in for when we start that last whole tidbit. I usually try to sneak one in. That's just me. Just to try to make it through, because you never know what the conductor's going to do for that ritardendo. He can make it like drastically slow if they wanted to. And I want to make sure I have enough air for that whole thing, then going on to the fermata, which he could hold forever if he wanted to. No one's stopping him. So that's what I always try to just get that last, I want to end strong. All right, let's play the second part together one more time. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, how did you do? I still had that out pretty long. Let me know in the comments if you were able to hold it out that long. All right, let's do it as an actual duet now. So how about you play the first part, I'll play the second part. All right, and remember your dynamics. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! How cool was that? Did you remember to watch for the retardendo? Excellent. All right, let's swap parts now. I'll play the top part. You play the bottom part. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful! How did you do? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's move on to the next exercise, shall we? All right, so let's take a look at what key signature we're in. What key signature are we in? This is one of those weird ones that didn't follow the rule that I had mentioned in our previous music theory lesson. So this key signature is the key of F, which includes only B flat. All right, so now our time signature has changed. What is our time signature? 2/4. So that means we now have 2 beats in each measure. And we start off with a pickup note. So normally if it were 4/4, if we had a pickup note, it'd be 1, 2, 3 in. With 2/4, it's a little harder because it'd just be 1 in. Kind of hard to get a good feel for your tempo. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 1 in. So I'm going to do an extra measure of counting just so we can get the feel for the tempo. All right, what else do we have going on? What is our dynamic? Mezzo forte, so kind of loud. What is our tempo? Moderato, and that means medium paced. All right, what else do we have going on? We have a repeat. Where does the repeat take us to? The actual beginning of measure 1. And we have a little hey at the end. So be enthusiastic with me. So at the end, we'll say our heys. Got it? Good. Okay. So, let's take this a little slower since we have a lot of eighth notes right now. We'll work our way to the pace. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1. Did you remember to do the hey? Did you do the hey? All right, so I had a couple rhythm issues. I got a little lost the first go-arounds in some of those eighth notes when it was the E natural. I'm not used to playing slow, so sometimes I get lost or my mind starts to wander. I need to bring it back. We're in band, for crying out loud. Okay, so how did you do? Did you get lost in the eighth notes? You think we can take it a little faster? Why don't we? Let's try. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1. Repeat. Hey! Great job. Okay, I did so much better. That tempo felt so much better, and it was easier for me to flow and understand the eighth notes as a whole. How did you do? Great. Let's do it one more time. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1. Hey! Excellent job. All right, so now we have Twinkle variation. So the top part's the one written by Mozart, which is the one we all pretty well know, and then the bottom part is for you to write your variation in. So why don't you go ahead and write your variation in. Let's do the same notes, but let's do different rhythms, okay? So go ahead and write that in. While you're writing that in, I want to send a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button, the like button, and the notification button so you don't miss any of our practices. Okay, great. That should be roughly enough time for you to be finishing up your song. If you need a little more time, feel free to pause the video and finish your song. All right, so let's take a look at what we have going on for what the book has written. So what is our key signature? Key signature of B flat. We have B flat and E flat. What is our time signature? 4/4. So there's 4 beats in the measure. So I guess that's something we should have looked at before I had you write that in. So hopefully you wrote in for 4 beats. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. You and I, we're both gonna play this top part. Then after what the book wrote, you'll stop and I'll play what I wrote in. And then we'll start from the beginning. Again, we'll both play the part the book wrote in, and then I want to hear what you wrote in. Okay? So this time, just play up until what the book has written. All right? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, how did you do? How did you like my rhythms, huh? Let me know in the comments. Okay, this time we're both going to play what the book has written, and then I'm going to drop out so I can hear what you wrote. Well, if we were in person, I'd hear it. I'd love to hear it if I could. But we'll have you play what you wrote. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. All right. Well, that concludes our practice for today. Thanks for joining me, and until next time.